Hey, it's Pete Lamb. Welcome to this week's Chief Chat. Today, the Chief Chat is one of my favorites, humor. But humor in the fire service can really, you got to be careful. You got to be careful with it. Not everyone has your sense of humor. Not everyone thinks you're the favorite emoticon, as we see here. But humor does have its place in the fire service. It can be a great tension reliever, a source of breaking down. I think everyone in the fire and EMS service has heard of the term black humor. Sometimes our humor is a little bit off color, and we do that as a bit of a stress release. Well, how could humor ever be a problem? Well, humor could be a problem for misplaced humor. That is something you think is absolutely hysterical, but it certainly is not funny to someone else. Sometimes, many times, in addition to being off color, inappropriate humor can be the basis of workplace harassment suits, hostile work environments, all of those kinds of things. Humor can be, in some ways, very pointed if it's directed at another person. It can be painful to another person. I think humor 90% of the time is fine, and I'm a person who uses humor. I like to believe I have a good sense of humor, and you also have to, if humor occurs in the firehouse, you have to be as as willing to take, as willing to receive as you are to give. Humor, it runs around the firehouse, and many a story exists about firehouse. Look what we did. What a prank is an extension. It's a physical demonstration of humor, as long as the other person finds it funny. The place we might get in trouble is if humor is used on the emergency scene. Be very, very careful. Today, everyone has a camera in their pocket that occasionally makes phone calls, right? It's not a phone with a camera. It has become a camera that it doubles as a phone now and again. So think about that when you're on the fire ground. If there is a bad situation, and I've been guilty of this, is a bad situation on a scene, there's a break, there's a tension relief, people at rehab, and somebody will be, smiling or sharing a moment with a firefighter they haven't seen. Humor could be perceived as not caring. Humor in the wrong place could be an issue. I reach back to my friend Joe Starnes, who has a great phrase, and the phrase is not here and not now. Now, he applies it to a lot of different things, but that phrase certainly applies or could apply to humor. So, in the firehouse behind closed doors, as long as no one's taking offense and sharing a laugh, people that are laughing and smiling tend to have less stress. They tend to be in less grumpy of a mood. So humor certainly does have its place in the fire service, but there are a couple of cautions, like mentioned, and I would just ask that you pay attention to that because it could cause you some grief somewhere down the line and somewhere in your fire service world. It could give you a problem. So think about it, and you know what? Have a couple of laughs and smile this week until we meet again. Thanks.